Hey guys, what's going on? White Fox 1225 here with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Division. This is going to be the start of a Division sort of, I don't want to say podcast, but a routine video roundup I do, where I talk about all the news for the Division. For the time being, I'll probably be more spread apart, because the news for the Division doesn't come that often, but when it does, I'll definitely be covering it in this video series, and as we get closer to release, there'll definitely be more information, so I'll be going over it more often. So really excited to be back, guys. Still waiting for more ESO news to do that ESO Saturday, and get the new content update, but until then we're going to be covering mostly Division and more upcoming games. With that being said, let's talk about the Division and talk about the Dark Zone in this episode. So the Dark Zone is what they've been focusing on, really. It's the focus of their E3 trailer this year, is showing off that PvP. It's also really what they've been talking about mostly on their website and stuff. So the Dark Zone is a walled off area in Manhattan that was quarantined, and it's also where most of the valuable loot was left behind when the military evacuated. It's also, like I said, going to be the focus for the PvP in the game and where the PvP is going to take place. So it features like a seamless system is what they're calling it. They're calling it seamless PvP, where there's not PvP throughout the world. It's almost like an MMO where there's a certain zone that you can do the PvP, except since it's walled off, it's just seamless. Like you just kind of hop the wall, no loading screen, and you're in the PvP. You don't have to, like I said, hit a loading screen. You don't have to teleport there. You literally just hop that wall, you go in, and then bam, you're in the PvP zone, which is really cool, something really next gen, and something we really kind of haven't seen in many MMOs or big action RPGs like this. So really cool how they have that, you know, you're in the single player, you jump the wall, you're in the PvP, no loading screen or anything. Like I said, I think it's really cool, and I love when games do new stuff like that. But once you're actually in the PvP, you're gonna have to fight other players and other AIs. So there's gonna be two groups of enemies. One is the Rikers, which is a gang of escaped inmates, and then the Cleaners, which is a sort of a shadowy organization that carries flamethrowers and tries to clean up the Dark Zone or like get rid of the disease, but they're also hostile to you. So you'll have to fight those as well as the other players. And the main goal of the Dark Zone is to capture loot. So like I said, the military left their valuable loot there when they evacuated through the city. So your job is to get that loot and evac it via helicopter out of the zone. So you're going to want to try to find that loot. You're going to have to fight other players and AI to get it. And then once you have it, you're going to try to, you know, bring it to the evacuation zone, you know, light that signal fire, the helicopter comes, and then hopefully you and the loot leave together. Now the problem is, once you light that signal fire, it alerts other players, so they're obviously going to come and try to get it. So you're going to have to fight them off and try to keep the loot that you captured. Now, that's not the only time there's going to be PvP, obviously. You can just find people out and just, you know, attack them. But you can also make friends. You don't have to attack the people you see. You can, you know, work together to find more loot and evacuate together. I know it was definitely pre-scripted, but in the trailer at E3, we saw a group of people working together. They found another group of people. Instead of fighting with them, they joined together. They found the loot. At the last second, they betrayed them. And then at the very last second, the player betrayed his friends and took the loot all for himself. Now, it was really pre-scripted again. Like, it couldn't have been more pre-scripted with the dialogue and everything. But it was a good example of how you can use this system, and I'm sure that could actually happen if you tried to make it happen. So it's kind of cool to see, you know, how the different relationships with other players could work in the game. And like I said, I'm sure you could do something like that in the actual game. But besides betraying your friends, you're also going to be able to revive fallen teammates, which is a cool feature. And you don't lose your loot when you die, or you don't lose like your weapons and stuff. You will lose the loot that you picked up and you were trying to evacuate, but you don't lose your guns or anything like that like you would in another survival game. You keep all your, you know, your weapons and all the ammo you had and all that good stuff. So far the Dark Zone sounds pretty cool. Lots of cool new features coming. I like how it's not just like a small-sided, you know, PvP. I like how there's actually a point. And I like how, again, it's seamless. I think that's really awesome. And again, it has that really cool New York winter Christmas vibe to it. It looks just as good as the rest of the game, and you know, I just really am excited for it. And as we get more information on the PvP, of course I'll be covering it, and more information on the Division, we'll be doing more video roundups. So make sure you guys stay tuned. I just kind of wanted to jumpstart this series. Definitely more videos coming soon. Like I said, I am waiting for more ESO news, but until then, we're just going to be covering more upcoming games and the Division. The Division is probably going to become a main focus of this channel as we start getting more information on it, and as always, ESO will stay in the spotlight on the channel too. So make sure you guys subscribe. We're almost at 700, which is really exciting. So just a little thank you guys for all your dedication and support. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.